All right guys, today's video, we're comparing the two Amundson Savvy Rider combo kits that you can get. These are both collapsible models and both are really great for getting out there backpacking, or if you don't have a lot of room in your vehicle, or if you just pass by a pond on your way home, you can have this stowed under your seat or something like that and you're ready to go fishing. So we're going to check out these today. We're going to show you the different models and kind of what is different about these and which one might be the best purchase for you. We've got a bunch of different videos covering both of these, but we're going to break it down and show you the comparison between the two in this video. All right guys, like and subscribe. Let's get into it. We're just going to start at the top here and start talking about the cases themselves, and then we'll head through the specifics on each one. But when it comes down to the case that's the nicest one is definitely the original Savvy Rider case. It's just a lot nicer, has a little bit more heft to it, and it's reinforced. So that way it's not going to break your rod and stuff. It's strongly reinforced down in here with some plastic dividers. But definitely the case is the nicest on the original. This one right here is just a very flimsy pouch. But then again, it's a really strong, durable rod, so I'm not really worried about the rod breaking. So to me, it kind of just makes it more lightweight. But you're just getting a very simple case with this one. This one's meant to be a little bit more budget friendly, so they kind of took a little bit of the better features of the original Savvy Rider and made it a little bit more cost effective. But nonetheless, the rod is essentially the same. And you know, I caught big fish on both of these, and honestly, I kind of like the Trek a little bit better. I think mainly because of the color scheme. But then again, I like the cork handles on the original Savvy Rider. But both of them are really good options if you're looking for, you know, just an all-around collapsible kit. And to me, this kind of strikes me as a good Christmas present or a birthday present. You got a youngster out there that's looking to get into fishing, and this right here could just be a nice little gift to kind of get them that motivation to get out there and start fishing. But nonetheless, this is a good model for anybody, kid all the way up to adult. Just a great little collapsible fishing rod. Let's start diving through the rods themselves a little bit. We have the original Savvy Rider here, and this is not the line that come on this thing. It comes with, I think, 8-pound high-vis mono already on this, or 6-pound high-vis mono, I've kind of forgot. But this right here is some braid that I've went ahead and put on here. But this thing is really cool. So you take the little loops off, and then you're able to fully open this thing up, and you're ready to go fishing. You just have to go through and line up these little arrows. Well, I should probably start down here first. You line up the arrows all the way down the length of the rod. That lines up your line guides. And then you run your line through the line guides and select your bait, and you're ready to fish. But let's look at the components of the rod itself. This thing has some really good cork accents on the rod. And that's kind of what struck me first. That's why I wanted this combo first, is it looks a little bit more high quality. The reel, I haven't had any issues out of the rod or reel. They've both held up, and with this one, I've caught some really big carp on this thing. Yeah. I mean, we couldn't muscle them in. We had to kind of take it easy. But this rod held up perfect, catching some big carp. I would say 8 to 10 pound carp, pulling it in with this. And that was with some of the original line on there too. So it can handle some big fish. You don't just think this is going to be good for like crappie or some panfish, bluegill, that kind of stuff. Maybe some small trout. You can do a lot of different things with this. So yeah, back to the cork. Looks great. Just like a normal reel seat that you see like on any other rod. And then down the rod itself, the rod on both of these is IM6. IM6 is a great rod blank for this type of rod where you're going to be throwing it in a backpack. Has a tendency to maybe put some pressure on the rod. So IM6 is a little bit thicker walled, so it's going to be a little bit tougher. If you get down to like IM8, the wall is a lot thinner. It's a lot more sensitive, but it's brittle. So if you put any pressure on it in the wrong places, you're going to break the rod. Not the case with IM6. So the ferrules themselves, haven't had any issues. The shock cord in the middle, I haven't had any issues with that either. And I've been putting these to the test. I probably have well over 100 hours of fishing with both of these rods right here. Throughout the different months I've been fishing with these. Haven't had any issues. High quality reel. I mean, you can hear the audible sound when it clicks in. CNC milled aluminum spool. So Not lacking any quality there. Very smooth operating reel, and the line's kind of just sitting there. That's what's making the sound. With this handle, it does have a collapsible handle, and that's what makes it so packable. So you can put it in the pack, and you can switch this from one side to the other. So it's not just stuck on left-hand retrieve. You can also do right-hand retrieve. But yeah, there you go. That is kind of the basics of this rod. Let's go over to the Trek rod. And once again, you take off the hook and loop, and then the magic. Give it a little shake. Everything goes into place, and then you have your arrows again. Get those lined up. Get your line guides all lined up. But this one has a really cool color scheme. I think I like this one a little bit better because of the color scheme. You know, we like a lot of green and stuff here on the channel. It does have a skeletonized reel seat, so a little bit more sensitive. So that's a cool little feature right there. And then it has EVA foam up here and on the different sections versus the cork that the original one had. Both reels are the same. You still get the 5:0:1 gear ratio. It just has a different color scheme. I don't know how much the drag system is, the pound of drag. The drag system on both sound really, really good. So good sounding drag system. And guys, like I said, I've pulled in like 10-pound carp with these. The drag worked phenomenal. I had no issues keeping the fish pinned or anything like that, or letting them run too much. We were able to get them in. And these both do come with around a 3,000 size reel or a 30 size reel, whatever manufacturer, they kind of specify it a little bit different. So another CNC milled spool, very high quality. The rest of the reel is just a graphite frame, graphite bail and all that. But really nice overall. Have no issues out of the reel or the rod on either one of these. So we still have the high vis mono on here. So that's what it looked like on the original Savvy Rider as well. But we opted to kind of put braid on the other one just for some enhanced sensitivity. So looking at the rod again, once again, an IM6 rod blank. The line guides and everything are the same. So not much has changed between the two. They made this one just a little bit more affordable because of the accessories that it comes with. So that's where they cut costs, not necessarily with the rod itself. So they didn't really skimp on the rod. They kind of took stuff out of the kit. So let's talk about the kit and show you what the differences are there. All right, guys, we just caught this toad right here on the old Savvy Rider Trek. So it can hold up to these big 20-inch trout. At the Savvy Rider Trek's fishing kit here, it's a lot smaller than the kit that the original one came with. So that's why they cut the cost. But nonetheless, this one comes with some really nice lures. I kind of like the lure selection in the Trek model better than the original. So it does come with some inline spinners here. So little size ones, and they do have the treble hooks on here. In the original Savvy Rider kit, you do get the option to have some single hooks. It does come with some Castmaster style lures as well, also with trebles, and then it comes with some little like crappie jigs. And all of these are pre-rigged up on about 24 inches of monofilament. So you can see it's wrapped around this little piece of foam. So depending on the bait you want, you can kind of just pull it out of here. And then there's also a little quick clip on the end of the line that these rods come with, and you just secure the line right to that little quick connect and you're ready to fish. It does come with some extra soft plastics and some extra little quick clips and some little split shot in there too. So you get some extra little goodies. Then this does come with a little measuring tape. So if you're out there and you catch your trophy, you can actually see how long that trophy is. Not a bad little kit here. It just doesn't come with a lot of stuff. And that's why this one's a little bit more cost appropriate. But it does come with a nice little, it's kind of a hard shell, but it's not, it's kind of padded, but it's a nice little carrying case with a little carabiner right here. Looking at the accessories you get with the original Savvy Rider, you get an Amundson fishing towel. And this is a pretty cool little towel. I've used this for a lot of different fishing trips. And it comes with a little Amundson multi-tool. So you can use this as your fishing pliers. It does have some little knives and can openers, little things like that that come on a multi-tool. So that's why the price is a little bit more on the original Savvy Rider, is because you're getting some more accessories, and whether you want those accessories or not is kind of up to you. You could always go out there and buy your own stuff, or if you already had a set of pliers and a fishing towel, then you might want to just go with the Trek because it's a little bit cheaper. But nonetheless, both of these kits are really good. Essentially, if you're just looking at the rod itself, they're essentially identical. So if you don't need the extra accessories, then just go with the Trek. It's the same fishing rod essentially than, you know, paying a little bit more for the original. But then again, you're getting a better case with the original Savvy Rider, and you're getting a few more baits. Looking at the original Savvy Rider kit, comparing it to this one, you can see this one's almost double the length. So you're getting a little bit more baits. I think this one comes with 16 pre-tied fishing lures, and this one comes with 8. So you're getting essentially double. So open it up, looks like this. So you have some float setups right here with your bobbers. It does have some bobber stops, and then you can add like grubs or anything like that, or if you fish for carp or something like that, or bluegill, take the grub off and just put a little piece of corn or a piece of bread or something like that on there, and you're gonna be able to carp fish pretty easily. It does come with some extra soft plastics and terminal tackle right here in this pouch. Then you get your little selections down here with these little foam cards. So we got some mini jigs. We got some inline spinners right here. So we do have some inline spinners with the single hooks, which are really nice and easy to get the fish off. And then these are essentially the same thing, inline spinners, except they have the treble hooks. Very good options. I really like the inline spinners. I mean, I've caught so many fish on inline spinners, it's not even funny. So they do work. That's why they put them in here, because it's just a tried and true lure to catch all kinds of different fish, whether that be trout, bluegill, bass, panfish. You can do it with this kit. So that's the different lures. So guys, that is the comparison between the two. Like I said, the combos themselves are essentially identical. They just have different color schemes and a few different components, such as the reel seats are different and the cork versus the EVA foam. But other than that, guys, they're pretty much identical. You're just paying for a better case, a few more accessories if you go with the original model, or if you want to keep it bare bones, you just go with the Trek. All right, guys, hopefully you like this video. If you do, please help me out on the channel, like, subscribe. Also, check out the description box. So I'll add the links, so if you're interested in picking one of these up, you can head over to Amazon or Amundson's website and purchase one of these. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in future videos.